Groundsquirrel teaches Bluejay to talk. Chapter 1, in which Bluejay and Groundsquirrel get in an argument. "Wee you, wee you, wee you, wee you, wee you, wee you," said Groundsquirrel. "Hurry up and make your choice," said Bluejay. "I'm tired of hearing you trying to figure out whether it's we or you. Wee you, wee you." "I'm just saying the mountain talk word for good. It's good to be in the woods on a nice day like this. Wee you, wee you, wee you, wee you, wee you, wee you." "Well," replied the impatient Bluejay, "if I knew how to say bad, I would say it right back to you." "Why-it-can't," returned the Groundsquirrel quietly. "Why it can't what?" screamed Bluejay. "No, why-it-can't is what I said," Groundsquirrel replied. "Why-it-can't means bad." "So why-it-can't means bad, does it?" said Bluejay. "That's right, with a G sound," agreed Groundsquirrel. "Then why did you spell it with a C?" argued Bluejay. "I didn't," said Groundsquirrel. "I spelt it with a K. Wee you, why-it-can't. 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 Wee you, why-it-can't." "Oh, shut up already," said Bluejay. "But do you know how to say good and bad in mountain talk now?" said Groundsquirrel. "If not, I can keep on teaching you." "I know already." "Ne why na wee you," said Groundsquirrel. "That's good." "Why-it-can't shut up," said Bluejay. "I'm supposed to be the talkative one around here. Why-it-can't, 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 why-it-can't. Not a bad word, actually. Why-it-can't, 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 why-it-can't. Chee why-it-can't would really sound better. More like a real Bluejay. Hey, Groundsquirrel, what does chee why-it-can't mean?" "Chee why-it-can't nigh," answered Groundsquirrel. "Chee why-it-can't just means while it's bad. That's all it means." "Well, that's what I meant. Chee why-it-can't, chee why-it-can't, chee why-it-can't," said Bluejay. "Chee-wee you, chee-wee you, chee-wee you, chee-wee you," said Groundsquirrel. Can you speak mountain talk now?" "Enough to argue," said Bluejay. Chee-why-it-can't, 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 chee-why-it-can't. "Chee-wee you, chee-wee you, chee-wee you, chee-wee you," was all Groundsquirrel had to say to that. Chapter 2, in which Bluejay gets a surprise. "I wonder what Groundsquirrel is doing today," said Bluejay to himself. "I think I'll go over to the bird feeder and see if he is there. If he is, I'll tell him chee-why-it-can't. I'd better practice a little. Chee-why-it-can't, 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 chee-why-it-can't. There, that's not bad. I wonder how you say that's not bad." "De-why-it-can't," said Groundsquirrel. "Where did you come from?" screamed Bluejay. "Why are you going around sneaking up on people?" "Ne-why-de-why-it-can't," said Groundsquirrel. "That's not bad. De means not. Day means not. Are you crazy or something? Day means day, and night means night. De-why-it-can't means not bad, and de-wee-you means not good," explained Groundsquirrel patiently. For example, when you steal a seed from another bird or a ground squirrel, then that is diwiyu. But when you taste it, you say ditwaitga. It happens every day. And not every day means not, said Bluejay. Ground Squirrel surreptitiously laid a spoiled sunflower seed on the ground beside him, and then turned and pretended to be scratching his ear. When Bluejay saw his chance, he picked up the seed and flew off with it. He took a taste of it, and then shouted, "Agye ditwiyu! You tricked me, Ground Squirrel." "Ditwaitga," chuckled Ground Squirrel to himself. "Ditwaitga at all." Chapter 3, in which Bluejay gets a bigger taste of it. Ground Squirrel had just finished trying out his new invention. It was a brand new kind of hot sauce, good to put on any kind of seed or nut. He had just decided to name it Sauce Haig instead of Sauce Haig Potent, because there is no P in Mountain Talk. So it was just Sauce H and not Sauce HP. "Let me have a taste. Let me have a taste. Let me have a taste," begged Bluejay. "Sus Haig," said Ground Squirrel. "Watch out. It's hot. That's why I call it Sus Haig. That means watch out." "Sauce high, is it? It looks pretty low to me," laughed Bluejay. "I did not say sus high. There's an egg on the end. I said sus haig." "I thought I heard a G on the end." "Well, it's a K, even if it sounds like a G," retorted Ground Squirrel. "Sus haig, sus haig, sus haig. That's what it's called, because you have to be careful, or you will burn your tongue. You don't have any lips, so just sus haig that you don't burn your tongue." It would have been better if Ground Squirrel had named it Sus Haig P for potent, because just at that moment Bluejay stuck his beak into the jar and took a big mouthful. "Agye!" shouted Bluejay. "Agye nai ditwiyu! Agye chiwaitka! He burnt me! He burnt me!" "I told you, Sus Haig, not to burn your tongue," said Ground Squirrel. "But you didn't tell me, Sus Haig, not to burn my rump," said Bluejay. And that is how the whole forest found out that a mouthful of Sauce Haig would burn all the way from your lips, if you have any, clear down to your rump. And that is why, before anyone takes a bite, everyone shouts, "Sus Haig!" Chapter 4, in which Ground Squirrel builds sand castles. "What are you doing?" asked Bluejay. He had just discovered the Ground Squirrel doing something strange in the sand in the driveway below the bird feeder. "I am building sand castles." "Oh, sand castles. I know how to do that. All you have to do is scratch in the sand." "I said I was building sand castles. You know, 3 castles. One for me, one for my daughter, and one for my wife," rejoined Ground Squirrel. "Oh, sand castles. Sand means 3, doesn't it? Well, your sand-castles look really wee-you. Det Wyatka at all. Ag ye, sus hag, cried Groundsquirrel. If you don't be careful, you'll step on one of my sand-castles. But it was too late, and that is why to this very day one of Groundsquirrel's sand-castles has Bluejay footprints all over it. Chapter 5, in which Bluejay goes on a picnic. Hee, shouted Bluejay. I'm going on a picnic. What are you going to eat on your picnic? Asked Groundsquirrel. Sandwiches, said Bluejay. Sandwiches, murmured Groundsquirrel. That's a lot of witches for one Bluejay to eat. Are you going to eat anything else? Cake. Sand cakes? Not sand cakes, real sugar cakes. They will taste good, chortled Bluejay. Oh, got-on, noted Groundsquirrel. It tastes good. Oh, got one, said Bluejay. Got one for you, too. Oh, got-on, said Groundsquirrel sternly. Not oh, got one. Oh, got-on. Oh, got-on means it tastes good. Oh, is that what everyone is always saying when they catch something to eat? I always thought they were saying, oh, got one. Yes, when you get a sunflower seed, you should say, oh, got-on. Or if you find a beech nut, you can say, oh, got-on. The Bluejay thought for a moment. Then he said, well, I think our sandwiches and cake will be oh, got-on. I never saw a witch yet that was oh, got-on, said Groundsquirrel. Who said anything about a witch? I just said we were going to have sandwiches and cake. Bluejay looked puzzled. Sandwiches and cake, said Groundsquirrel. If I were you, I would go straight to the dessert. I don't think I could eat even one witch, to say nothing of sandwiches. And even that one would not be au got-on. Said Bluejay. If you ever catch a witch, you can at least say, oh, got one. The word is oh, got-on, not oh, got one, complained Groundsquirrel. That's wee-you, said Bluejay. Oh, got one. Then he flew off with one of Groundsquirrel's seeds. Ag yay, shouted Groundsquirrel. Chapter 6, in which Bluejay learns to count. Scad de knie cin, counted Groundsquirrel. He was busy registering his sunflower seeds. He wanted to have them all counted and accounted for. Just then Bluejay flew over. What are you doing? Asked Bluejay. Oh, you mixed up my count, complained Groundsquirrel. I'll have to start over. Scad de knie cin. God who? Said Bluejay. Don't get profane with me, retorted Groundsquirrel. I said scad, not God. Scad de knie cin. Whose knee? Dick's knee? What about Dick knee? Chattered Bluejay. There, you messed up my count again. I didn't say Dick knee. I said Dick knee. That means 2. So I must have at least 2 sunflower seeds here. But I thought I got farther than that. I'll just have to start over. Scod, Dickney, Saint. Oh, let me count them, offered Bluejay. I can count really well now. God, Dickney, Sand, God, Dickney, Sand, God, Dickney, Sand. Now look what you've done, exclaimed Groundsquirrel. I can't even remember what comes after Saint now. And I have one more seed. Scod, Dickney, Saint. Scod, Dickney, Saint. Scod, Dickney, Saint. I just can't think of it. Ag yea, shouted Bluejay. I could never remember so many numbers. All I know is God, Dickney, Sand. What did you say? Asked Groundsquirrel. I said God, Dickney, Sand, answered a Bluejay. No, I mean before that, said Groundsquirrel. Before that. I didn't say anything before that. Oh, yes, you did. You said, Ag yea. And now I remember the next number. Ag yea. Gay. Gay, is it? Said Bluejay with his mouth full. No, it's gay. Gay, said Groundsquirrel. I have gay sunflower seeds. Not any more you haven't, chortled Bluejay as he flew away, chanting, God, Dickney, Sand, God, Dickney, Sand. Ag yea, cried Groundsquirrel. He ate one of my sunflower seeds. Now I have to start counting all over again. Scod, Dickney, Saint. Scod, Dickney, Saint. That's all there is this time. Chapter 7, in which Bluejay sees a bogus dogus. Bluejay dropped by to say hello. Groundsquirrel was happy to see him and said, Scan not nigh. Scan what? Asked Bluejay. I said scan not nigh. That means how are you? Is it going all right? I thought you said to look around for danger, said Bluejay, looking very concerned and peering at the sky. Well, scan not nigh, repeated Groundsquirrel. Wee you nigh, dit white cat, said Bluejay. What about you? Scan nong nigh. Wee you, answered Groundsquirrel. It's a nice day today. Bluejay peered suspiciously at the sky again. I was just wondering what a nong nigh is. What a what is? Asked Groundsquirrel. What a nong nigh is. You know, scan nong nigh, clarified Bluejay. Scan nong means it's fine. Scan not, cut it off short at the end. Don't drawl like that, or no one will understand what you're saying. You just say nigh at the end for short. Short what? Asked Bluejay. Short life if everything is not scan not, threatened Groundsquirrel. All right, I've got it straight now. You say scan not nigh. Then what do I say? Asked Bluejay. You say Dugans isti. That means sure. What about you? Explained Groundsquirrel. Bogus isti. Why, you bogus Westy, I'll teach you to laugh and make fun of me when I'm trying to learn mountain talk. I didn't say bogus, I said dugans. retorted Ground Squirrel. Well, how was I to know that? I never saw a dogance before. What does it look like? Inquired Bluejay. Dogance just means sure, like sure, everything is going fine, said the exasperated Ground Squirrel. You can't see a dogus. Bluejay once more peered suspiciously at the sky. Well, he said, if there is a dogus around here anywhere, I'm on the lookout for it. Chapter 8, in which Bluejay learns his name. Ground Squirrel was busily collecting seeds below the bird feeder when Bluejay flew down. Scan not nigh, he said. Scan not yourself, answered Ground Squirrel with his mouth full. Ground Squirrel usually has his mouth full of something. That is why most people do not understand anything he says, besides their not knowing mountain talk. Why do you call me yourself? Asked Bluejay. Can't you call me by my name? Listen, dum-dum, you don't even know your name, said Ground Squirrel. Not know my own name? Of course I know what my name is, retorted Bluejay. Well, what is it then? Said Ground Squirrel. Let me hear you say it. Well, then, you know, stuttered Bluejay. That's what I thought, said Ground Squirrel. You don't know your own name. It's D-D. D-D means Bluejay. D-D, exclaimed Bluejay. That's what it is. I knew that all along. So off flew Bluejay, shouting, D-D, D-D, D-D. He was gone for a long time, and Ground Squirrel went back to collecting seeds. All of a sudden Bluejay came back and landed nearby. He cocked his head and looked at Ground Squirrel. Ground Squirrel looked at him, and then went back to collecting seeds without saying a word. Bluejay cocked his head the other way. All right, said Ground Squirrel. I know you have forgotten it. You flew off and forgot your own name. It's D-D. D-D. What can be easier than that? D-D. Now go away and find your own seeds. Chapter 9, in which Bluejay looks for a new house. Ground Squirrel watched Bluejay flying nervously from tree to tree. He seemed to be looking for something. Nisajea, said Ground Squirrel, what are you doing for yourself? Jayan, queried Bluejay. Nisajea. There's no such thing as a jay-ant. Never saw one myself, anyway. I don't care what Nee says. Whose Nee, anyway? My Nee never saw any such thing. No, sir. No jay-ant around here. I just asked what you were doing for yourself, said Ground Squirrel, and mounted talk that is Nisajea. Oh, Nisajea yourself, squawked Bluejay. I am just standing here watching you look for something. That's why I asked you, Nisajea. I was wondering what you were doing, flying around like that. I'm looking for a new house, of course, said Bluejay. Why do you need a new house? Asked Ground Squirrel. I need a house with dick-knee doors and gay windows, 2 doors and 4 windows. Dick-knee doors and gay windows? I heard you the first time, said Ground Squirrel. Dick-knee doors and gay windows. Why don't you just build one? Silly, said Bluejay. Nobody builds houses at this time of the year. Bluejays don't anyhow. Then why do you want a new house at this time of the year? asked the ground squirrel. Because I need a house with dick-knee doors and gay windows, said Bluejay. Oh, yes, said Ground Squirrel. I forgot about the dick-knee doors and gay windows. Ground Squirrel was quiet for a minute. Goa Chisajea. Why are you quiet? Asked Bluejay. Ground Squirrel seemed to be thinking about something. Finally he asked, I don't want to seem stupid, but why do you need a house with dick-knee doors and gay windows? Why, I'm surprised at you, exclaimed Bluejay. Isn't that obvious? Because Nisa Giant, of course. Chapter 10, in which Ground Squirrel helps out. That's my baby, shouted Bluejay. Nisajian with my baby. Nisajian, Nisajian, Nisajian. Nitnanga, your baby? Is this your baby? It doesn't much look like you, does it? Could be a crow, replied Ground Squirrel, tranquilly putting more sunflower seeds down the open beak of a featherless bluejay chick. Sus haig, shouted Bluejay. Be careful, you'll choke that baby on all those sunflower seeds. Oh, I like to see a child with well-filled cheeks. 'Deed I do, remarked Ground Squirrel, putting another seed into the baby bluejay's mouth. Neatnanga is really a wee you baby. This is really a good baby. If you don't stop, I'll nanga you over the head, screamed Bluejay. Oh, all right, said Ground Squirrel. Have it your way. I was just trying to help out a bit. And Naga really is a wee you baby, even if it does favor a crow. Poor thing. Nitnanga is the end of Ground Squirrel's attempts to help Bluejay take care of his children. Chapter 11, in which Bluejay has a heart. What are you looking for? Asked Ground Squirrel. He was getting to be as curious as Bluejay himself, who was flying around distractedly, obviously in search of something important. Away, oh ache, oh yeah, said Bluejay. Hawthorn berries, for the pain in my chest. I remember my grandfather always used to eat hawthorn berries for heart pains. Then he always said, away, oh ache, oh yeah. It's not away, oh ache, oh yeah. The right name is awewig, oh yeah. That can't be right, said Bluejay. That would be German. Away, oh ache, oh yeah. Not oh yeah, exclaimed Ground Squirrel. Oh yeah. Oh yeah means fruit. So berries from the awewig tree. Well, whatever you call it, either in Bluejay language or Ground Squirrel German, it is still good for your heart. So I always take awewig uya when I have pains in the chest. Well, there you are. Wrong again, said Ground Squirrel. The best thing for heart trouble is not awewig uya, but ut onchi shan. Out onchi shan. Why, you racist fool, what have you got against Africans? I didn't say anything about Africans. I said ground pine. Ut onchi shan is wee you when you have pains in the chest. Ut onchi Sean is better than away awake, oh yeah. Well, ground pine for ground squirrels, and away awake, oh yeah, for blue jays, conceded the bird. With that he flew away shouting, away awake, oh yeah. Away awake, oh yeah, corrected Ground Squirrel, but it was too late. Blue Jay wasn't listening. Chapter 12, in which Blue Jay and Ground Squirrel take the children swimming. It was so warm that both the Blue Jay children and the Ground Squirrel children were begging to go swimming. There used to be a good swimming hole beside Wildcat Rock, but the way the Holly River goes now, it's hard to get your head under there. But Blue Jay said he knew where there was a really good swimming hole, nice and deep. As soon as they got there, Ground Squirrel said to his smallest daughter, "Sus Haig, don't go into the no days. Keep out of the deep water." When Blue Jay heard that, he said, "Oh no days, what about oh yes days?" "Oh no days means deep water," said Ground Squirrel. "I don't want the children going into the oh no days. One of them might drown." "Oh, they won't drown on oh no days, just on oh yes days," joked Blue Jay. "Anyway, they can always fly up out of the oh no days." "So how can they drown?" "Well, if her fur coat gets heavy from the water, it will drag her under. Besides, my girls can't fly," said Ground Squirrel. "Ah, yes, days," said Blue Jay. "She might make it heavy. If she goes in the oh no days." "I think that's funny. Ah, yes, days, if she goes in the oh no days." "That's right," agreed Ground Squirrel. "Ah, yes, days, if she goes in the oh no days. She might make it heavy if she goes in the deep water." "Ah, yes, days" means she might make it heavy. Blue Jay started laughing, and then all the children started laughing too. "Ah, yes, days, if she goes in the oh no days. Ah, yes, days, if she goes in the oh no days." They kept saying it all the while they were swimming. Then they said it all the way home. Blue Jay was driving, and he finally got tired of hearing it. So he told everyone to shut up. But the smallest Blue Jay of all just kept on saying, "Ah, yes, days, if she goes in the oh no days. Ah, yes, days, if she goes in the oh no days." When they got home, Blue Jay had a headache and had to go to bed. Chapter 13, in which Blue Jay has a drink of water. Blue Jay was thirsty. He decided to go down to the run and get a drink of water. Ground Squirrel told him that water in Mountain Talk was "O Neganus." Blue Jay said, "Oh, Neganus," and forgot all about it. But when he got to the run, he was careful not to go into the no days for fear of getting drowned. So he stayed on the bank and got his drink of Oneganus right there. But that is where he made his mistake. The neighbor boy had put a bird snare there on the bank. Blue Jay stepped in it, and right away his leg was caught in the noose. So he started shouting, "Oh, Leganus! Oh, Leganus!" Blue Jay's daughter came running and tried to help. Blue Jay just kept shouting, "Oh, Beganus! Oh, Beganus!" But Blue Jay's daughter couldn't let his leg loose from the noose. It was a good thing Blue Jay had already had his drink, of O Neganus. Finally, Bluejay's daughter went to beg Groundsquirrel for help. She kept saying, "Oh, Leganus, oh, Beganus, oh, Neganus." So Groundsquirrel went to see what he could do. When he got to where Bluejay was jumping and shouting, he said, "Why didn't you bite the noose in two?" Bluejay answered, "Oh, Leganus, oh, Beganus, don't you know I don't have any teeth?" So Groundsquirrel bit the noose in two and let Bluejay go. Then he got a drink of O Neganus himself, and then they all went home. Chapter 14, in which Bluejay starts a band. Bluejay was flying around shouting his name. "Deet, deet, deet, deet," he said. Since nobody paid any attention, he shouted it again, only this time he spelled it dee-dee, dee-dee. This time somebody answered, "Okey-doke," and someone from behind a tree, "Ook-dook, I see," said someone again. Bluejay flew closer and peered around the tree, but whoever it was had already gone to the other side of the tree, so Bluejay didn't see anyone. He thought he would try saying his name again, so he shouted, "Deet, deet, deet, deet." This time, Deet, deet just about jumped out of his tail feathers. He was so surprised. Someone right next to him went, "Ook-dook, dook-dook, doogans." "Sashaig," shouted Deet, deet. "You could make a person fall out of the tree like that." "Like what, Dook?" asked Woodpecker. "Like making all that noise," said Bluejay. "I thought it sounded good," said Woodpecker. "Ook-dook, dook-dook, doogans. Okey-doke, yes, indeedy." "It doesn't sound too bad, really, when you put it that way," said Deet, deet. "What way, Dook?" said Woodpecker. "What you just said, silly. Ook-dook, dook-dook, doogans." "It just needs a little something to make it perfect," said Deet, deet. "I know what. I'll sing Deet, deet, and you drum ook-dook, doogans. That should be just right." Once they got started, this is the way it sounded. "Deet, deet, 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 ook-dook, dook, dook, doogans. Deet, 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 ook-dook, dook, dook, doogans. Deet, 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 ook-dook, dook, dook, doogans. Deet, 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 ook-dook, dook, dook, doogans." While they were singing and drumming, Groundsquirrel came along. "Oh, that's great. Wee you nigh. Nigh dit white get," he shouted. "Let me join the band, too. I want to sing." Deet, deet and Woodpecker stopped playing and singing. They both looked at Groundsquirrel. Then Woodpecker asked, "What songs do you know?" "I can say Deet, deet," said Groundsquirrel. "I already sing that part," said Deet, deet. "I can say ook-dook," suggested Groundsquirrel. "Woodpecker already plays that part," said Deet, deet. "I guess there's nothing for you to sing. You can't join the band." "Don't you know any songs?" said Woodpecker hopefully. "The only song I know is, oh na, oh na, oh na, and God know that." Now, I am singing," said Groundsquirrel mournfully. "You can't sing that," said Deet, deet. "It rhymes." "No, it doesn't," said Woodpecker. "It doesn't rhyme at all. He can sing it if he wants to. Oh na, oh na, oh na, oh God know that." "Oh nan, oh nan, oh nan, oh God know that," shouted Deet, deet. "It doesn't mean anything. Just listen to it. It's nonsense." "It doesn't matter. If you can sing Deet, deet, he can sing oh na, oh na, oh na, oh God know that," said Woodpecker. And that is the origin of the famous hit song, "Oh, Got a Knowed Aunt." Chapter 15, in which Bluejay makes porridge. Deet Deet was making porridge for breakfast. He started early before anyone else was up. When Bluejay's oldest boy got up, he came downstairs. Deet Deet gave him a bowl of porridge and said, "Says, ah, eat it up." So the oldest boy sat down and started eating his porridge. Then Bluejay's second boy woke up and came downstairs. Deet Deet gave him a bowl of porridge too and said, "Says, ah, eat it up." So the second boy sat down and started eating his porridge. Then Bluejay's oldest girl woke up and came downstairs. Deet Deet gave her a bowl of porridge and said, "Says, ah, eat it up." And if she didn't sit down and start eating her porridge along with her brothers. Finally, Bluejay's youngest daughter woke up. She looked around and didn't see anyone. Then she heard noises downstairs. Everyone was laughing and talking. So she jumped out of bed and ran downstairs. As soon as she got there, Deet Deet gave her a bowl of porridge and says, "Ah, eat it up." "But I don't want any porridge," cried the smallest Bluejay of all. When she said that, Bluejay became angry and says, "Ah." But when Bluejay says, "Ah," she thought he says, "ah." So she said, "Ah." But when she opened her mouth to say, "Ah," Bluejay popped a spoonful of porridge into it. And Bluejay kept saying, "Says, ah," until the porridge was all gone, and the children went outside to play. Chapter 16, in which Bluejay knocks. Bluejay peered around the tree and looked at Groundsquirrel, who sat tranquilly on his haunches, examining a sunflower seed. "Knock, knock," said Bluejay. "You're supposed only to write the K, not say it," said Groundsquirrel. "Well, I say knock. Knock, knock," rejoined Bluejay. "Who's there?" said Groundsquirrel. "Why do you say Kahoo?" asked Bluejay. "If you can say knock, I can say Kahoo," retorted Groundsquirrel. "All right. Knock, knock," tried Bluejay again. "Who's there?" said Groundsquirrel once more. "Kna yes," offered Bluejay. "Kna yes who?" said Groundsquirrel. "Kna yes, sir," shouted Bluejay triumphantly. "You don't even know what kna yes means," said Groundsquirrel disdainfully. "Kna yes, I do," crowed Bluejay. "It means I'm tall. That's what it means. It does. Let's try it again." "But I already heard it," complained Groundsquirrel. "That's all right," said Bluejay. "I'll change it this time. Knock, knock." "Who's there?" sighed Groundsquirrel. "Kna yes," said Bluejay. "Kna yes who?" asked Groundsquirrel. "Kna yes, ma'am," chortled Bluejay. "I know a knock-knock joke," said Groundsquirrel. "Knock, knock. Who's there?" chuckled Bluejay. "Kna yes," rejoined Groundsquirrel. "That's my line," shouted Bluejay. "But it's not your answer," said Groundsquirrel. "Ook-dook, kna yes who?" said Bluejay. "Kna yes, kna no," said Groundsquirrel. "You're not very much taller than I am." Chapter 17, in which Bluejay finds out where. "Let's see now," said Bluejay. "I need to repeat all the words I know in mountain talk. Here are all the words I know. Wee-oo, white-ga, chiwiyu, chiwaitka, nai, niwai, na wiyu, diwaitka, niwai na diwaitka, sashaig, agye, san, ukaan, skad, dikni, gay, skanonai, dogans, isti, di, nisajian, nitnanga, unudis, ayastis, uniganus, ukdug, una, ukgadenuda, ses a, knayes. That sounds all right, but I'm missing the kni words. Da'anisajian, what are you doing? Asked Ground Squirrel. I'm trying to remember the Dikni words I forgot. Now go away and let me think, said Bluejay impatiently. Go away, said Ground Squirrel. Not go away, go away. Go away are my Dikni missing words. Go away, said Bluejay. Yes, that's what I want to know. Gone away are my Dikni missing words. I'll help you find them, offered Ground Squirrel. Will you really? Asked Bluejay thankfully. Of course I will, said Ground Squirrel. You look in the trees and bushes, and I'll look on the ground. We'll meet here again in 15 minutes. I'm sure we'll have both of your missing words when we come back. So off they went. Bluejay looked in the trees and bushes. Ground Squirrel looked on the ground. After a while they both came back. Did you find a missing word? Said Bluejay as soon as he saw Ground Squirrel. Yes, I did. It was right on the ground. It's ut-onchi-shan. Why, yes, that's right. It's ut-onchi-shan, said Bluejay happily. Well, we are still missing one word, said Ground Squirrel. Oh, no, we're not, shouted Bluejay gleefully. I found it hanging on a bush. It's a-will-wig oh-ya. Why, so it is, agreed Ground Squirrel. It's a-will-wig oh-ya. Chapter 18, in which Bluejay's daughter goes gaga and Ground Squirrel tells a story. My daughter has gone gaga over the boy next door, remarked Bluejay to his friend Ground Squirrel one morning. It really is amazing how time flies and how soon they grow up. Does time fly? Asked Ground Squirrel. I didn't know time was a bird. It's not, retorted Bluejay. That's why it's amazing. Oh, said Ground Squirrel. Gaga, is she? That reminds me of a story. My daughter falling for the boy next door reminds you of a story? No, said Ground Squirrel. What reminds me of a story is the word gaga. Gaga means story in mountain talk. Did your daughter get hurt? Get hurt? Why? Asked Bluejay. You said she fell for the boy next door, so I figured she might have got hurt falling. Bluejay merely squawked. Do you know a good gaga gaga gaga? Once upon a bird, began Ground Squirrel. No, you mean once upon a time, corrected Bluejay. But you said time flies, remonstrated Ground Squirrel. Not once upon a fly, either, said Bluejay. I didn't say once upon a fly, grumbled Ground Squirrel. No, but you were thinking it, said Bluejay, and that is just as bad. I was not thinking it, squeaked Ground Squirrel. I was thinking about my story. Gaga. And I'm thinking you have gone gaga yourself. Chapter 19, in which Ground Squirrel gets too hungry to tell his story. Now you can tell your gaga. I'm ready for the story, said Dee. Doggy gay Odan. What does doggy gay Odan mean? Asked Ground Squirrel. It means tell me a story. You taught me to say that in Mountain Talk yourself. Dee looked insulted. Oh, you mean Dagigiuda, said Ground Squirrel. I couldn't understand you because you were talking in a funny way. I can't tell you a gaga right now because I'm too hungry. Aga don't sweat, Dunny. Aga don't sweat, Dunny. What do you mean by that? Asked Dee. Aga don't sweat, Dunny means I'm hungry. That's all, said Ground Squirrel. What does being hungry have to do with the knee? Asked Dee. In birds, it has to do with the beak, the craw, and the belly. I didn't say anything about the knee, retorted Ground Squirrel. I said, Aga don't sweat, Dunny. And that means I'm hungry. I'm too hungry to tell stories. Gaga. Somebody has stolen all the sunflower seeds I had hidden, and I haven't had a bite to eat. Oh, goody! Doggy gay Odin, shouted Dee. You can tell me the gaga of the sunflower seed bandit. Once upon a dime, there was a sunflower seed bandit, began Ground Squirrel. Why did you say once upon a dime? Asked Dee. I said once upon a dime because my dose gets plugged up when I get hungry. Once upon a dime, there was a sunflower seed bandit with a very long nose. Gagon days. Gagon days, interrupted Dee. If this happened so long ago, why are you still hungry now? You don't get less hungry as time goes by, answered Ground Squirrel. You get more hungry every day you don't eat, and the more gone days there are, the longer your nose gets. So the sunflower seed bandit had a very long nose. Gagon days. If his nose had not been so long, it would have just been Gagon da. Gagon da, asked Dee. What's a da? A da is the end of a short nose, explained Ground Squirrel, in which case you say Gagon da instead of Gagon days. But the sunflower seed bandit had a Gagon days, and the Gagon days smelled sunflower seeds in all of my store places. It just sniffed and sniffed and sniffed out all of my sunflower seeds. That would not have mattered so much, except that the sunflower seed bandit also had a yes instead of a nya. Oh, you mean the bandit was English instead of German? Asked Dee. Why do you ask that? Said Ground Squirrel. Because you said he had an oh yes instead of an oh yeah, said Dee. Not an oh yes, an oh yes. That means it has a long hand. If his hand hadn't been long, it would have been a oh nya, explained Ground Squirrel. Oh yeah, said Dee. Oh yes, corrected Ground Squirrel. He had a long hand. Utnyes, which means its hand is long. It also means that he put his long hand into my sunflower seeds and stole them all. And that is the gaga of the long-handed sunflower seed bandit, Utnyes. Utnya, said Deet Deet. Utnyes, answered Ground Squirrel. I got on sweat, Dunny. I'm hungry. So am I, said Deet Deet, but I don't have any sweaty knees. Chapter 20, in which Bluejay and Woodpecker learn a new song. Ground Squirrel decided to go for a walk with his grandson. They thought they would go up the road to the steps and then climb the hill by way of the steps. As they walked up the road, they started singing together and dancing. They sang, "Ongwe ka age ta, ongwe ka age ta, ongwe ka age ta, ongwe ka age ta." Pretty soon they came to a place along the road where the city has started to build something and then run out of money and left the ground all torn up. Ground Squirrel's grandson said, "Why do people want to make a desert out of God's world?" Daisies and coltsfoot had grown up there. Now the daisies were blooming and the coltsfoot was crawling around in big soft leaves. Ground Squirrel said you could roll the leaves up and smoke them for sore throat. Ground Squirrel's grandson said his throat wasn't sore yet, so they kept on singing. Ongwe ka age ta, ongwe ka age ta, ongwe ka age ta, ongwe ka age ta. Then they started looking for mud tutters. Ground Squirrel had just found one and had let out a scream when Bluejay and Woodpecker came by. They said, "What are you two singing?" Ground Squirrel's grandson said, "We're singing Ongwe ka age ta, Ongwe ka age ta, Ongwe ka age ta, Ongwe ka age ta." "Oh, what does that mean?" asked Woodpecker. "It means I'm talking mountain talk," explained Ground Squirrel's grandson. "Oh, we want to sing too," said Bluejay, "but I don't understand why you say age ta. I would say age talk." "That's because you're blue," said Ground Squirrel, "but you can still sing with us as long as you say age ta and not age talk." So they made a quartet and went on up the road as far as the steps that go up the hill, all the while singing, "Ongwe ka age ta, ongwe ka age ta, ongwe ka age ta, ongwe ka age ta."